If you're starting or running a cosmetic beauty business, finding the right venture capital companies to get funding is always a challenge. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 13 VC funding firms that are focused specifically on cosmetics and beauty brands. And watch the video till the end because I share 3 VC funds that are specifically funding female founders. So let's get started. So the first one is True Beauty Ventures. So True Beauty Ventures focuses specifically on exclusively in beauty, wellness, and personal care. So it is led by 2 industry veterans, Rich and Christina. And you can scroll down and you can take a look what the investment focus is. So they are focusing on people who are beauty specialists, emerging growth. So they target companies with $1 to $5 million equity investments in emerging brands with about $2 million in revenue. So a little bit higher than if you're starting a company, but as you have the proven model, this is a great company to look for. Something that are unique stories, they have proven traction, omni-channel sales, and they have really strong margins. As you know, in beauty business, when you want to be competitive, you want to make sure you have enough margins to sustain and fund for your growth. So check out True Beauty Ventures. Next is Willow. So their portfolio consists of visionary leaders that are building today's transformative brands. So as you scroll down, you can take a look. So they're invested in a lot of consumer brands as Bubble, Carbon 38, and so on. And this company is very, very focused on beauty brands. So you can take a look what the portfolio is, which are the companies that invested, and you can even reach out to the founders of those companies to kind of understand how their process with this venture fund went, so you have a better idea of those things. And you can take a look at the team, and the team consists of a lot of industry experts. You can say Deborah, Amanda, John, Dan, and this is a great place to get going. Next one is called Montage Ventures. So they back founders who rethink the ordinary. So they are very much focused on the next generation of consumers. So they have funded Carbon, they funded Live Tinted, Crown Affairs. So this is also a pretty good company that is focusing very much on beauty products. So you can take a look, it has some of the highlights, fintech, healthcare, consumer brands, and some of the exits. So this is a great place to see that the companies that they've invested in, what has happened to them. And you can see these companies got acquired, one went for IPO. So this gives you a pretty good feel for is this the right venture for you, depending on what your end result is. Like, do you want to get acquired or do you want to go public and expand your business in a couple of years? Next one is Aria. So Aria is actually really one of my favorite ones. As you can see, they have elevated partnership for extraordinary brands. As you scroll down, you can take a look. They have partnered with multiple brands, so as Hero, Onada, then you have the Inky list. And one thing I love about there is they kind of clearly define what the investment focus is. So they need companies which have proven revenue, investment type, they're minority investors in companies that are very, very focused on personal care, beauty, and so on. So if you're looking into baby products as well, Wine Spirits Lifestyle, this is a great place to look into. And I always tell, like, whenever you're looking for funding, always check out their approach. Like, how are they approaching the VC funding? How they approach investments? Like, is there an alignment between how you think about your company and what your approach is in terms of growing the company, in terms of funding, and is it aligning with the VC fund firm that you're actually going to get money from? So this is very, very critical, and you can always make sure you check out all the founding founders, their LinkedIn profiles, what they've done in the past, so you can kind of see what they're bringing into the table, not just the money. Then of course, next one is Fab. So Fab actually has invested in a lot of beauty companies. You can take a look. There's a Fab fund. There's called Kintra, Bloomy, Potley, Lum, Folklore. So Fab is company started by Odell, and they are doing pretty phenomenal stuff. And this gives you a really good feel for which companies they've invested. You can click on them, go look at the details. So they have a huge list of companies they've gone to. Next one is called Imaginary. So Imaginary backs leading brands across all consumer and e-commerce enablement categories. So I like that they actually have divided their portfolio into different categories. So you can click on beauty, branded beauty and wellness, and you can take a look which branded companies they've invested into. So they invested in Glossier, which is huge. Hawthorne is huge. So these are great companies. Like 30 Madison is amazing healthcare company that actually have done a lot of stuff for women. So I would highly recommend go check out their portfolios and see who they are and what they're all about. Next one is called Cult. So Cult is very interesting company. So they want to go big or stay true, and they are all about developing a cult for the companies. So you can click on what their focus is and how they define what they look for. And I will look into a lot of the brands that they have currently invested in. I scroll down and you can see they have Lawless, Janu, Act, and Icarus. So these are a lot of the beauty companies that they've invested into. So this is very interesting. You got to look into, like, are you in alignment with how they think about funding and how they think about growth? And if you are, this is a great company to go check it out. Next one, of course, is Verity Venture Partners, and they are investing in emerging consumer brands and technologies and that power them. So they champion purpose-driven companies. This is a great place to check it out, and you can look into their VPP investments. And you can take, so they have August, Cadence, a lot of these companies who are like very, very beauty focused. Noto, DAE, check these guys out. And they also show the partners in previous areas they have focused. Next one, of course, is called Stage 1 Financial. So they are the consumer-focused venture capital opportunity. So they invest a lot of different companies who are very much focused on fashion business as well. What is their difference when the trenches, how they work with you? So one of the things I love about venture firms when I'm looking for one is, like, money is, yes, you can go get the money, you definitely need it, but what type of expertise are they bringing on to the table? So when you're growing your company, there are going to be a lot of challenges. So are you in line with the VC firm? Are they going to give you advice and help on how to grow your company, how to handle your manufacturing, how to handle your supply chain? So a lot of these nuances that you will face issues with, is this company going to help you out with, and do they have the expertise? So check them out, do your own due diligence and research on it to see if it works for you. Next one, this is actually one of my favorite ones. It's called Forerunner Adventures. So they have invested in a lot of great big brand names. So you have, as you can scroll through, you can see Curology, Eclipse, Fair, Glossier. These are the big brands that you've heard of, Hims and Hers. I see their ads all the time. And of course, then you have pros. So these companies are looking a lot into, beauty is one of their key focus, but their founders are extremely well vested and known in the cosmetics, fashion, and beauty industry. So you can skim through and scroll like who they are, take a look at them, and always feel free to ping them for what you need. Right, so these are the team that leads the Forerunner Ventures. And you can take a look. You have Kristen. Kristen is huge. She's one of the key movers and shakers in the fashion industry, especially for funding. So this is a great place to check them out. And let's take a look at the 3 VC fundings who are very, very focused on female funding ventures. So first one is called Halogen. So Halogen is an early stage in venture capital, which means you're like early in the stage. You still have your proven business model, but you haven't quite figured it out yet, but this is the stage you want to go into. And Halogen is a great place to check it out. And they're investing in consumer technology companies led by women. And you can take a look what their portfolio looks like. So you have Babylist, All Voices, Flex Company. This is really, really good VC funding to go to. So you can look at the portfolio. Let's see what else they have. As you can see, these are all, so the interior design, media, social. So they have fashion, beauty and wellness. You click here and it gives you a lot of beauty wellness companies that are invested into. They have Beautycon, Flex, Freedom, Glam Squad, Tinted. So there's tons of stuff, good stuff. Another company that funds female funding company is called femalefoundersfund.com. And these guys are very, very focused on disrupting the status quo and actually investing in women. So there, as you can see some of the stats here, they say 63% women, about fact as women make better entrepreneurs company with female founders perform 63% better than those their male peers. Women aren't getting any funding. Only 2.7 venture capital dollars went towards female funded companies in 2019, which is so low. So their goal is they're trying to change that. And as you can take a look, you can see all these companies were led by female founders, Boone and Cable, Bento Box, and Boone and Cable got acquired, Boss Beauties, K-Skin. So these are the great places to check it out and see how they can help you. And of course, then you have BBG Ventures. So they are focused on fortune favors the female. So they're also an early stage venture-backed company. So they're backing big ideas that will reshape the way we live. They focus specifically on female founders who intuitively understand the dominant consumer enabling and them to address the collective and individual experience. Right. So these are a lot of their founders. You can actually take a look. I think they have their portfolio here somewhere too. Companies, here we go. And these are the companies that they've invested into. You can take a look, skim through. Really, really great place to be. So if you have any other VC funds that you have seen that are invested and focusing on female founders, please drop them in the comments. So let's all share and grow and share this knowledge together. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.